Hey guys, and welcome back to the Vault headquarters with me, G-Star. I am still on sabbatical for a few more weeks to go yet, until my big day, until the big wedding day. And then after that, I'll be coming back to YouTube in more of a normal way and sharing content with you guys more regularly. But I've snuck in this G-Star Vault just because I really had to, because I came across a really interesting find that a lot of people are talking about, and I wanted to share it with you and get your guys' thoughts. The episode is called UFO Vs BIGFOOT. I came across two finds from Google Earth, and because in the last Monty Zone from last month, Monty did such a good job with his Google Earth sharing for our review of the missing 411, the UFO connection, I thought I'd invite him along. So what you're going to see is Monty's instant reaction to this footage, and then you're going to get his thoughts and opinions along with mine, and then we kind of give a decision on which one we think wins out of the UFO versus Bigfoot, which one is more worthy of more investigation and more consideration. And obviously you guys can do the same and let us know in comments what you think. So let's check out where I caught up with Monty earlier. I'll see you when we come back, and so see you in a bit. Enjoy. Hey, so I am joined by the infamous Monty from the Monty Zone for the first time on G-Star Vault, which only occurred to me earlier today, Monty, that after 34 episodes of G-Star Vault, this is the first one where I've been joined by you.
Hey, well, it's good to be here. I don't know why I'm infamous. Why am I infamous? What have I done?
Well, from the Monty Zone, infamous from the Monty Zone.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, and the TNG review show,
and the TNG review show,
yeah,
and Montebann,
and the Montebann channel,
yeah, Montebann channel. So I'm going to ask Monty A or B, and then based on that, he's going to get some coordinates to put into Google Earth, and then we're going to go there, and then we're going to get Monty's live reaction to what he thinks he's looking at, and then I'll give a little bit of a backstory to it.
Sound okay, good, cool. Monty? Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so we've got our Google Earth up, and are you going to choose A or B?
I'm going to go B.
B. Okay, awesome. B. Go to the email and choose B.
Choose B. Right. I will take the B coordinates, put them in there, and hit this. And hopefully, we are flying. We are flying to the middle. Oh. Yes. We're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I know this island. I've been here. I've been here before.
Why have you been there before?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I spend a lot of my time on Google Earth and go to all the interesting places that people find on Google Earth. And I've been to this one. And people think it's a crashed ship because there seems to be a trail that leads across the island. I don't know if you can just see it here.
Yeah.
And all the way along here, ending in this, whatever this is at the end. An explosion, a crash ship. What is it? That's the question.
Yeah, it was originally discovered on TikTok, I believe. A TikTok user shared it.
It might have been a TikTok that I saw that brought me here, actually. I don't want to admit that. Was I possibly, watching TikTok? But I do know that we're in like the South Pacific, aren't we? I believe.
Very, very remote.
It's pointing towards like New Zealand. Mm. Oh yeah, there's New Zealand. So I knew it was sort of north of New Zealand. But yes.
The name of it, if I can find it on it's called Starbuck Island in Kiribati.
Yes.
But it is right like out there by itself.
It is Starbuck Island. That's quite funny that it's actually called Starbuck Island.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, I'm really, really pleased that makes us look good. So, well done, Monty. That you didn't know what it was, and then it came up, and then you were straight away, oh, I know the backstory to this one.
Well, I don't actually know what it is. I just remember seeing something about it. I did remember looking at it and thinking that the trail here looks almost like tire tracks, because it looks like two lines, and especially over here. I don't know the scale, and also at the beginning it seems to veer off, like and point more northwards.
Yeah,
it seems to come in here and then bend at this dark patch and head this way. But no, I don't know what it is. Can we see any more? I mean, that looks to be like a shipwreck or something.
By that, I'm presuming you mean like a boat wreck.
Yeah, well, yeah, just because it got the pointy end that side, but I mean, I don't know. Or is it like the remnants of a lighthouse? Or, I mean,
but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think anybody lives on this island.
No, I mean, what's these things as well? What's that?
Never noticed them before.
It's buildings. Actually, there's a photo of one.
Oh, like ruins.
Yeah, it's like ruins on the beach. Ruined buildings.
So at some point, obviously, someone has lived at this location.
Well, yeah. So yeah, it's obviously there has been things here before. There's more like tracks here, look, or something.
It's really weird the way Google Earth keeps the clouds in there.
It's not. It's actually water. I wonder if I can turn that off. Hang on a minute. I don't know why it keeps blinking as well. Google Earth's been doing this recently. I don't know why.
So hopefully, guys, let us know in comments whether you find this one interesting. It's Starbuck Island, as I said, which is in Kiribati, and it'd be hopefully it's inspiring a few of you to then go out and find a little bit of information about this island. It'd be really interesting to sort of investigate a little bit more. If there's a previous civilization that's lived on there, if they're anything to do with it now, whether it's something from centuries past, because obviously you found those ruins, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and if anybody knows how to turn the animated sea off, okay, so I don't know how to turn it off.
But then, is it indicating that the wreck, the position that the wreck is in, is underwater? Or is it just a glitch on
It's
Google
it's a glitch. It's
right.
It isn't really underwater. The shore is here, but the 3D thing of it thinks that it is underwater. Oh, maybe here. Can I do it here? Weather. So I've got clouds turned off. I don't know.
No worries. Still, we found quite a bit of detail. It's like really good that you picked up those buildings, and you're right. It could be an extension of that. It could be just the base of what was a previous structure there. But what is strange is that there's some sort of random kind of doesn't look like a road.
No.
It definitely looks like a scar of some sort. But whether something was dragged away from there. Who knows? It's interesting in itself, the fact that it's just on this really like deserted, tiny little island in the middle of the Pacific, and it's interesting to consider how that got there, even if it's on a kind of human, logical kind of sense. It's still a little bit of a mystery, but
it is definitely odd looking. It's the way from this. I mean, it does look like something's just gone down, dragged along the island there, and ended up in this position.
Mm. Well, that's why obviously they think it's some sort of crash, that it sort of hit the ground and slid along and then stopped. But yeah, interesting one. Okay, do you want to go on to the next coordinates, which would be the ones that came under A?
A. Right.
Let me know when you're ready and taking it back to space.
Let's go fly. Oh, sorry, I've gone. We're flying. We're flying there.
Flying from the Pacific.
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
Well, keep zooming in.
Keep zooming in to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see steps there. I don't know what else we can see.
See where the pin is?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You see that black thing that's sort of just to the left a little bit?
This thing?
Yeah. Try and zoom in on that.
I don't think we can really get any further than that.
So I'm just trying to think where this is. So it's basically, this is in Colorado.
Right.
Is that where it is, or was it Wyoming? I can't remember.
I'll find out. It is.
I think it's Colorado. Companjeri is the location.
It is Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is in Colorado, and it's come up. It's obviously right slap bang in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere, it is. It does appear to be in the middle of. I mean, you just look at that. I mean, that's the nearest road over there, like hundreds of miles away. It couldn't be more in the middle of nowhere, could it?
Yeah. And if you go back and zoom in on it, it's obviously just about like what seems like about 10 meters away from the pin.
Yeah.
Yes, it's basically a Bigfoot sighting.
Is that a shadow of a Bigfoot?
That's what they're estimating. Basically, some specialists have had a look at this, and latest information that's coming out about this one is that they have estimated that the figure in the picture is at least 7 foot 5 inches tall. But it's right in what is known as like quite, there's a lot of areas in the US that are Bigfoot Sasquatch hotspots. But there's then some others that are really, really high. And this area of Colorado, in this one area called, apologies for the pronunciation, I think it's called Uncompahgre. It's spelled Uncompahgre. But it's a real kind of hotbed for Bigfoot sightings or Bigfoot reports as well. So the fact that this was picked up on Google Earth kind of created quite a bit of stir.
It does look like, a tall walking figure, doesn't it?
But then, we know that pareidolia can be deceiving. Apparently, there's people that have gone because this has already been gotten hold of. I can't remember the big name of the company that supports Bigfoot mapping, but it's sort of fallen into the hands of some of their researchers. So they've actually gone to the location to see if there's anything there, like some sort of bush or burnt bush or something like that can explain this object that's appeared on the screen. But apparently nothing's there. Nothing that they can offer as an explanation anyway.
I did think, so looking at it like pareidolia, I did think that was like stairs, like steps. It just looked like a steps, but it isn't. It isn't. Just seeing what the terrain looked like from the. Okay, so it's in like All right.
If you go
On the
for
side
you
of a
guys
hill.
out there, for you guys out there that are real Bigfoot fans and Bigfoot followers, if you go to RMSO's site, they've got quite a lot of detail about this one, where they also give, you know, some really great examples of photography, video footage, and reports that have all happened in this area, that look very, very similar to this picture as well.
I've lost. I've lost.
Uh-oh.
I've lost myself. Uh-oh.
Being taken over by the aliens.
Yeah, I have to reset it. There we go. That's better.
But yeah, so that was a sighting in Colorado, Monty. What do you think?
Well, as there's nothing there, then obviously it's got to be something, and why not? It's either that or a tall person or an animal of some kind. I mean, we can see from the shadows of the trees here that the sun is indeed low in the sky, casting shadows off to the north.
Yeah.
So whatever is there, that is its shadow. As I say, it obviously is something quite tall, because looking at these tall trees, how long their shadows are, I mean, it's probably like a quarter of the size of that, so still reasonably tall for
Yeah,
human.
as I say, there's a lot of you know, specialists in kind of things like photography that have looked into it to try and work out what the size of it is, and the best estimation they can come up with is, you know, as I said earlier, 7 foot 5 inches tall, and that's pretty precise if you ask me, when you're looking at something on Google Earth to come up with that measurement. But yeah, I just thought I would share. We haven't done anything sort of, or featured anything Bigfoot for quite a while. It was really interesting one because, you know, I've said before in the past that I always really like this sort of stuff. If it's something that's picked up on a trail cam or a security camera or things like Google Earth, I really, really like it, because it's a lot more difficult for those elements to be doctored and manipulated. It's not impossible, but it certainly, you know, is much more challenging. So yeah, I really like it. So anyway, at the beginning of this, when I asked you to join along, Monty, I didn't explain to you what the name of this episode of G Star Vault is called.
No.
And it's actually called UFO versus Bigfoot. So basically, out of the 2 pieces of map coordinates and Google Earth spots that we've looked at, which one would you say is the best example of something possibly that needs to be investigated more and could hold some interesting answers in the future? But yeah, almost give them a score and rate which one you think wins.
So I think this one is the more interesting one for me. I think the first one looks really cool initially, because it does look like some sort of ship has crashed on that little island. But I think it's in reality it's some kind of wrecked building, something, maybe the foundations of a lighthouse or something as a part of the wrecked buildings that are on that island. And we're just seeing the pathway away from it, you know. So it looks cool initially, but I think that one's probably quite easily explainable. I think this one is probably more interesting because people have been there and seen that there is nothing there. So there has to be something creating that human-like shadow. So yeah, I think this is the more mysterious one for me.
So Bigfoot wins in Monty's, but you know, you guys might disagree. Let us know in comments which you think wins out of the UFO versus Bigfoot. Be really interested to know. And don't just let us know which one, but please share with us what you're thinking and why. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so I thought I would just share these two with you, Monty, because you did such a great job on the last Monty Zone with your Google Earth, and it's a great feature for the channel. So yeah,
I do love me some Google Earth images.
So anyway, you were just saying about the island and it being quite explainable. I also think there's a very, very good chance that it'd be interesting to look at the topography, because I bet you any money it might be that there's just a sort of a slight lip in the height of the land on that island, and where it's sand and it's obviously exposed to sea winds and breezes because it's right out there in the middle of the Pacific. I reckon the sand gets brushed in such a way that it looks like a path, but it's not actually a path. It's just a ripple in the land, if that makes sense. So it just might be all coincidental. So I'm with you a little bit on that one. Yeah. But we can never say for sure, right? That's what we're thinking, looking at it. But until we go there and until we were able to investigate. But what I thought was really interesting is that you found those buildings that were quite close, and what was the remains of structures and stuff, and that kind of, I think, lends very well to your theory about the fact that it might have been a lighthouse or some sort of other building that's there. And I am in agreement with you that this second one, the Bigfoot potential from Colorado, right out there in the middle, smack bang of nowhere. Again, someone in staging this is kind of very highly unlikely, because one, you've got so many elements of being right out there in the middle of nowhere. Two, you never know when Google Earth is going to capture you, and there's no way you could plan that. So that sort of eliminates staging, but it doesn't eliminate the pareidolia element to it, that it could still have been something that just might have even just got caught on the camera lens or some sort of weird anomaly. But it's really interesting one. So I'm with you. I think for me, Bigfoot wins. But as I said, guys, let us know in comments what your winner was and who you think won and why. That'd be awesome. For now, Monty, until February the 24th, when we're coming back with the next Monty Zone, Friday at 8 p.m. on Friday the 24th of February. And we are coming back with, the episode is entitled Power of Psychic. So yeah, but we're going to be going at it not in the very predictable sense. It's going to be really interesting. I think people will come away with a lot of new information, so hopefully they can join us then. But for now, Monty, thank you for joining me here in G Star's Vault.
You're very welcome.
And looking at some fresh evidence, and I think I'm going to log both of them into the vault and into the archive for later use. But cheers for now.
Okay, cheers all.
Welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was great having Monty in the vault. I can't believe I've done over 30 episodes, and that's the first time that I thought to have him on the vault, but it was great to have him along. I meant to say when we were having the catch up about the idea of him coming on the vault sessions and being interviewed. I think you guys would like to see that one, so maybe we'll do that later this year, but certainly it'll be a pleasure to have Monty back on the vault again. So as I already mentioned when I was catching up with Monty about the February Monty Zone, which is on Friday, February the 24th at 8 p.m, just for your save a date again, and it is the power of psychic. I'll come back to that in a minute, but the last Monty Zone, the UFO connection, Missing 411, that was the most successful Monty Zone to date. So thank you to everyone that watched, and thank you for the support. But let's make this next one for February, Power of Psychic, even better. So it would be great to have all you guys come along and join. Just to go through it in a little bit more detail, what Power of Psychic is going to be all about: telepathy and telekinesis, and certainly trying to delve into some of the information about early tests by scientists in the area of telekinesis and telepathy. Some of it, I believe, was done around the time of the Nazis as well. So it would be interesting to look at that side of the psychic. But also we're just going to be talking about all areas of the psychic. So we'll be giving you a bit of a blow by blow what psychic means as a whole mass thing. So it'll be really interesting, and come along and join us. And some of you can drop it into the studio as well if you like, and give us your thoughts and opinions, and if you've had any experience with the psychic that really stands out. Anyway, look forward to seeing you then, and certainly on the next G Star Vault. Thanks for watching this one. See you guys soon. Bye.